praises and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Ha Rakah Kodash. Double honors unto our apostle elders, which rule great millstone wow. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure to the end. Shalom wa abba babal. Alright, so for the last couple days I've been on a binge of history. And you know how all these wars were funded were through the Edomite bankers. All right, even with the Greeks and the Romans, all right, they were being funded, all right, by the elite of their race, the so-called white race, the Edomites, the red devil the Bible speaks of. All right, they control the money system. All right, and they use it to deceive you into selling your soul. All right, which in this generation they're going to bring out an implantable microchip and make it mandatory for buying and selling. So if you want anything, you're going to have to commit an abomination, which is to allow them to put that microchip in your body. And that's if they want to let you live. Because you got to remember, in the Georgia Guidestones, they put it in there that they wanted to depopulate the earth. All right. So it says in James 1 verse 1, James, a servant of Yahweh and of the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. The 12 tribes of Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which have been scattered throughout the whole entire world, amongst every nation, on every continent, and they're speaking all the different languages. All right? It says, my brother, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations. Temptation is you have a desire, different desires. It says, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience, which the Lord, we got to wait for the Lord. He moves in His time. It says, but let patience have her perfect work. So wait for the Lord to move for you, because He don't serve you, you serve the Lord. And I'm speaking to myself first. It says that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. And that's how you're going to overcome the implantable microchip, is the Lord's going to put it on the elect to want nothing. All right? Because if you want anything, once again, they're going to make you have to sell out. And that's what they've done in the past. Okay? They molded the world using men's desire, all right, and that money as a carrot in front of you. Which they'll have men kill their own brothers for a check. Sell their own mothers, their daughters, their sisters for a check. All right? It says, I'm going to read it in the NLT. Translation in the NLT, James 1 verse 4. So let it grow, for when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. And the reason why you need nothing is you know that everything is provided by Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. And not by our vain works, not by the red devil, the so-called white man, not by the banking system. Alright? It's all given to us by Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. Even Yahweh Shai said this in Matthew 4 when Satan, the actual angel, was tempting him. Right? Because he was fasting for 40 days. So Satan came to him and said, you know, tell the stones to be made bread for you. He says in verse 4, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of Yahweh. And see, that's the vanity of the modern man today, is they think they eat bread and they live. They think they got bread stored up and they're safe. They think they got all this money they call bread and it's all good in the hood. But it's not. It won't save you. All right? It will not save you from the nuclear destruction of America. It will will not save you from the wrath of the Lamb. Alright? It will not save you. What will save you is trusting in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, and salvation is only for the Israelites. Now I'm going to show you that the heathen are always coveting. They always want. And that's what they are. That's their God, is their Bali. This is Matthew 6 verse 19. Red letters, so Yahushai is saying it. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt. What does moth corrupt? Clothing. So you might buy $100,000 shirt, but guess what? The moth will eat it and shit it out like it ain't nothing. It says rust doth corrupt. What does rust corrupt? Metal. You got people that buy these cars, $100,000 cars, think that they're all, that their shit don't stink. It don't matter. Rust will eat that car up. Look what the cold did to the Tesla. $100,000 car, right? It's supposed to be the future, and they can't even handle the cold weather. It says, and where thieves break through and steal, and that's what this devil's doing right now. He's stealing the livelihood of all these people. He's done it in the past. The so-called white man, he uses chaos so that you sell everything you have, because all you want. And what does he do? He buys it up at a low price, and he owns everything. He already owns everything. He's owned everything for multiple generations. What he's going to do now is get you to sell your soul. And the way he's going to do that is by making you hungry, making you unemployed, making you broke, making your family your enemy. See, so that it sounds like a good deal. All you got to do is take this implantable microchip and everything will be okay. But it's not going to be okay. He's a deceiver. He's lying to you. And if you look into the history of the so-called white race, they lied. They've always lied. Look at Japan. Japan was an ally to America in World War I. Why did they drop the atomic bomb, 2 of them, on Japan after World War II? And not the German Nazis. Why not? The German Nazis, but instead the Japanese, who were your allies. Because the so-called white man, the red devil the Bible speaks of, is a liar from birth. He is a devil, which means he deceives you. So he's going to tell you that you're going to save your life by taking this device. And guess what? You're condemned by it. So don't want the treasures of this world. It says, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. It says, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. Which I was just listening to the story of Nathan Rothschild, and he was one of the richest Rothschilds in history, and he died at 58. And it reminded me of the rich man, that built the big barn, tore down the little barn to build up a bigger barn, and then what, you fool? Now you gotta die tonight. Who gives a fuck you have all this? And then what happens? It's given to someone that's stupid. They don't even give a fuck about all the work and effort you put in building this treasure. See? So building earthly treasure is vain, worthless. You could be rich today, die, and your son spends it on prostitutes and drugs tomorrow. You could have a family, you die, and your wife and everything you have go to another man. It's all in vanity. It's all a waste of time. But the actual true thing that is purpose is leading your people in righteousness. And that righteousness is with Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. That's worth something. That's worth laying your life down for. Not money. Alright? Laying your life down for them that you love, and so that they could come into that light and might be saved. That's worth it. But for money that ain't even really have any value, you see, don't waste your time building up treasure on earth. Focus on the kingdom of heaven, which is to come with Yahweh Shai, which really it's already here, pertaining to the elect men prophesying. It says, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Whatever you think about, that is what you value. So if you're always thinking about money, 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 that's your God. You're always thinking about pussy, 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 that's your God. Now, there's nothing wrong with enjoying these things because they're given to us, but our God is Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai. Alright? And his righteousness is not just of eating and drinking. It's more than that. It's peace, it's charity, it's long suffering, it's enduring for what is right and despising that is wrong. It says, I'm going to jump down to verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other. And that's what you gotta, pretty much it's already preordained. But there are some men that love money. Look at Sakari. They're selling their Passover seats. That is not biblical. They invited non-believers to celebrate and buy a seat at their Passover, which they say is going to be a fucking buffet. That is not what the Passover was created for. That's why, we're not supposed to remember it in that way. It's called a solemn assembly, a serious matter. And they're making money on it. Just like IUIC, ISUPK will be doing. Why? Because they're carnal. They love money. What money could do for them. They don't love God. They don't love Yahweh. They don't love Yahweh Shai. They don't love the brethren. They don't even love themselves enough to be honest with themselves. And they definitely don't love their family, because the Lord's going to kill them and their families. The true love is to lay our lives down and to sacrifice ourselves. It says, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. You cannot serve God and money. And that's going to become evident when they make that implantable microchip mandatory. It says in 25, Yahweh Shai, therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life. Alright? It's not up to you whether you live or die. It's all a gift from Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. What ye shall eat. It's not your effort that you eat. You don't digest your food. You don't make the food grow on the earth. Or what ye shall drink. Is it you that gives us clean water to drink? Is it you that makes your body absorb the water where you need it? Is it you that water all the animals on the earth and the plants? It says, nor yet for your body. Who gave you your body? Who woven your body together in your mother's womb out of the seed of your father? You? But that's how these people are thinking. They think they have control over their lives. They think they could control their lives through money. And money is nothing. It says, is not the life more than meat, and the body than remnant? Right? So if you miss one day, are you going to die? Is your life more important than a cheeseburger? than a piece of pork bacon, than fried shrimp. It says, and the body than remnant. Do I need a pair of a fucking $400 shoes so a woman could love me? Is that what I need? A $200 pair of jeans with holes in it so I can seem cool? Is that what's going to save me? It says, behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? Are you not better than all these, animals that the Lord has, but He takes care of them? But you think you feed yourself? You think you clothe yourself? You think you shelter yourself? It says, which of you, by taking thought, can add 1 cubit unto his stature? One thought, pretty much, can you add height to yourself? Can you make yourself taller? Can you make your hair longer? Can you stop it from changing from black to white? No. Just like you can't stop yourself from dying. It's out of your hands. That's why we have to put our faith and trust in Yahweh Ba'Hasham, Yahweh Shai. It's out of our hands. Really, the elect are ordained to be saved. It says, Yahweh Shai says, and why take ye thought for remnant, for clothing? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. Which he's referencing to the elect men. And yet I say unto you, that even Solomon in all his glory, which he was the richest king in the world, was not arrayed like one of these. Because he wasn't in this generation. He was in the past, and he still had to die and come back as Yahweh Shai. But guess what? In this generation, some of us ain't even going to die no more. By the time Yahweh Shai comes back, some of us are going to be changed. It says we're going to be changed in the twinkling of an eye to meet Him in the sky. See? Wherefore, if Yahweh Ba'Hasham Yahweh Shai so clothe the grass of the field with flowers, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall He not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? Are you the one that made you live this long? Have you been pumping your own heart this long? Does your children's heart pump because you don't sleep and you make sure that fucking thing pumps? No. It's because of Yahweh Ba'Hasham Yahweh Shai. That's why we have to surrender to His will and not worship money, not worship man, not worship the works of man's hands. It says, therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? Or wherewithal shall we be clothed? For after all these things do the Gentiles seek. For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things. The Lord created you, created your needs, and He will supply your needs. It's not you doing anything to supply yourself. You can't do nothing for yourself. Everything is being done for you. The heathen, the other nations, they're the ones. That's why they worship the cow, because milk comes out the cow. They worship the sun because it's warm. They worship the waves of the sea. They worship the stars. They worship the animals. That's how the heathen think. That's how Jacob, the Israelite, has begun to think. They think money is what has power. There ain't no fucking money and no power in money. Now, in the world, yeah, you might be able to have buying power, but the U.S. dollar is losing buying power. It's losing its power. The true power is in Yahweh Ba'Hasham Yahushai. It says, but seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'Hasham Yahushai. Seek the true power of life and death, of health and sickness, of wealth and poverty. And that power is Yahweh Ba'Hasham Yahushai. It says, and his righteousness and what he thinks matters. And all these things shall be added unto you. I'm wondering what that says in the NLT. It says, seek the kingdom of Yahweh through his son Yahushai above all else. Above all else. What does that mean? Above everything. It says, and live righteously, and he will give you everything you need. See? And if he don't give it to you, you don't need it. It says, take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. So don't worry about what you're going to eat tomorrow, or what you're going to wear tomorrow, or what you ate yesterday, or what you wore yesterday. Worry about today. And that's what matters. What you could do for the Lord today. Alright? It says, for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. It's hard enough just to be alive in this day in itself. Alright? And just like you said earlier, Yahushua said, can you add a foot to yourself worrying about anything? Can you change anything worrying about anything? No. So all we could do is pray and be faithful unto the end. Shalom wa abba.